Welcome to Cooking with Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe, the canine chef in training here with another drool-worthy recipe, chicken and dumplings. We made this last week before I had my surgery and it made the whole house smell so good. So what you need for this recipe is a whole chicken, 2 chicken bouillon cubes, salt, pepper, basil, oregano, 4 tablespoons of butter, around 12 cups of water, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 cups of Southern Biscuit mix, and 2/3 a cup of buttermilk. First, wash the chicken and be sure to check the insides for the giblets. Some chickens have a pack with all the giblets inside, others don't. So just be sure to check the inside of the chicken and clean everything out. You can put these to the side to cook because us doggies love them. Some humans like them too, but none of my humans do, so they share it with us doggies. Then you want to place the chicken in a large pot on the stove. You want to add the chicken bouillon cubes, salt, pepper, basil, and oregano. We did about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of each. Also put in 4 tablespoons of butter. Then you fill the pot up with water until the chicken is fully covered. We used about 12 cups of water to fill up the pot, but depending on the size of your chicken, you may need a little more or a little less. Cover the pot, turn the stove on medium-low heat, and boil until the chicken is done. This chicken boiled for about 1.5 hours because Mom had other stuff to do, so check back in on the chicken to make sure it isn't boiling over and adjust the heat as needed. Mom used this time to scrub the sink and counters down. Anytime you wash raw meats, you want to make sure you scrub down your sink and anything that came in contact with the meat. Once the chicken is done, it will be super tender and falling off the bone. Remove the chicken from the pot and let it cool. We just dumped it into a colander. You save the broth. And at this point, we transferred the broth over to a cast iron Dutch oven Mom got for her birthday last month. We put about 3 cups of broth in a container to use later. You want to have room to put dumplings in without everything overflowing. Add your 2 cans of cream of chicken soup to the broth. Mix it together really well. After the chicken has cooled, remove it from the bone. Mom takes the skin off too, and she saves the bones because she makes bone broth to pour over our food. It is super easy to make, and we will get to that after we're done with this recipe. Then heat the broth back up and add your chicken to it. Make your dumplings. We use Southern Biscuit mix to make ours, but you can pretty much use anything to make dumplings. You can use canned biscuits, pie crust dough, or you can make your own with some flour, shortening, and milk. We find that Southern Biscuit mix makes some very tasty dumplings, just like it does biscuits, so that's what we use. Mix 2/3 a cup of buttermilk and 2 cups of Southern Biscuit mix together. You want to flour your hands and mix it with your hands to get it all mixed together really well. Put the dough out onto a floured surface and knead it a few times and then roll it out to the desired thickness. Some people like thicker dumplings while others like them thinner. You decide. Then you cut them out into strips. This is another thing you can do based on your preferences. Some people prefer long dumplings while others like them short. And some people don't even roll it out and they just pinch the dough off and drop it in the pot. So we cut ours short. You want to make sure your broth is boiling and then you just drop them in one at a time. They will rise up and get fluffy. Some people add carrots, onions, and peas to their dumplings. Mom doesn't do that. She said it's called chicken and dumplings and not chicken and dumplings and veggies. Once all the dumplings are in their pot, put the lid on and cook for about 15 to 20 additional minutes. Mom and Dad taste tested a bowl to make sure everything tasted good, and Dad said that they definitely get my drool-worthy stamp of approval. Then we packed some up to deliver to my grandparents, my great-grandma, and my aunt.
You try it. The dumplings okay?
Oh yeah. Did you cut them in like triangles or something?
Nah, I just cut them whatever. They shrink up to whatever they want to be in.
I think my parents like this. Trying to please don't get it on the camera.
Mom let me and Carla May go with her to deliver the drool-worthy human treat. Here is our trip. This is all that was left in the pot after we finished sharing with the grandparents. There weren't many dumplings left in it, so for dinner Mom took the Southern Biscuit mix and made her and Dad 2 big biscuits, and they ended up pouring this over their biscuit and topped it with cheese. Okay, so one last thing. Mom cooked up the giblets for us to snack on. She also put all the bones and any bits of chicken she didn't use in the dumplings into her crock pot. She filled the crock pot about 3/4 of the way up with water, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. She turned it on high and let it cook for about 6 hours. So by dinner time, we had some drool-worthy bone broth poured over our dog food. Talk about drool-worthy. She saved the rest and we got to have some on our food every day. This is why it's best to buy a whole chicken. Not only is it cheaper, but us dogs love bone broth and also the giblets. We get super excited when we smell chicken cooking in the kitchen because that usually means we get something drool-worthy on our food. Well, there you have it, homemade chicken and dumplings. If you try these, leave a comment and let us know how they were. We will be posting some videos the next few days that we did over the last few weeks. Mom's off work keeping me company while I recover from my surgery, so we're catching up on some videos since it's been kind of busy around here lately and we've fallen behind. My surgery went well. I'm home recovering. Check out my Facebook page for daily updates on how I'm doing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video. Until next time, stay home, stay safe, wash your hands, and don't forget to say your prayers. Bye for now.